And here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the lightweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Sniper Fightwear. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Larry Lopez. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing black trunks. He is training out of MMAFC, Luisio Silva, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by way of Riverside, California. He weighed in 153 pounds. He brings to the cage an undefeated record, 2 wins with no losses, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing David Lopez. His opponent across the cage on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Taruco MMA Classic Fight Team in Orange County. He weighed in 155 pounds. His record, 2 wins, 1 loss, and both wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Kevin the Widow Baker.
This is it, folks. 22-year-old David Lopez in the red corner. Across the cage in the blue corner, Kevin Widdoes. This is SparStar.
And here we go. Okay, both of these guys starting really, really fast.
Widdoes getting him with a jab, closing the distance, and now looking for the takedown.
Changes levels. Great defense by
David Lopez defending against the cage.
And Kevin has him against the cage aggressively. Still David Lopez trying to defend that.
Single leg. Now Kevin on top. David Lopez, high guard.
And he's still striking David from the bottom. Kevin needs to be careful with that, where he leaves that arm. David Lopez actually looking for a sub from there, so he needs to be careful.
Very active on the bottom is Lopez. Ground and pound coming from Kevin Widdoes. One minute remaining on your fight clock, brought to you by OC Fight Docs.
Kevin still into David Lopez's half guard, trying to pass it. Putting great pressure on David Lopez. But
Lopez
again,
breathing heavily.
Yes, but again, if they seem they're not working on the ground, they will get stood up.
We've seen Larry Landless pull the trigger very quickly tonight on some of those stand-ups.
Yes. So here goes Kevin north-south.
Kevin staying very active.
Yes. That's a very hard position to be in, north-south. And Kevin is looking to strike. Getting back into the guard after that.
And that's it for round number 1. Kevin Widdoes spending most of the time on top.
It's hard to see him up there. You know, I don't know.
Whoa, you want me to get in there, but you're upset that your friend, he's in there.
No, but you would be wearing headgear and shin pads. And if you want, I can put you in a bubble.
Headgear? I'm 30. Yeah, I would if you give me a bubble boy suit, I will happily fight.
Okay. One of those sumo wrestling thingy-majigers.
I'm in. I will do a sumo fat suit debut here at SparStar.
That would be so funny. That would be such a great, like, intermission type of match.
My luck, I'd probably get injured anyway. You tore your ACL doing what?
Sumo wrestling with the big suit.
No injuries so far tonight at SparStar. Knock on wood, it stays the same way. Great team here taking care of the fighters, making sure everyone is safe.
Yes.
Referee Larry Landless watching out for these two fighters tonight. David Lopez in the blue corner, Kevin Widdoes in the red corner. This is round number 2 at SparStar.
Both men still look pretty fresh. Kevin shows a little damage underneath his left eye.
The right eye of Widdoes starting to show a mouse.
And here we go.
Widdoes looking high. Lopez returns.
And both of them with kicks. Inside low kick by Lopez. There you go. Good 1-2, and then to the head kick.
Lopez mixing up his strikes well. We're throwing spinning stuff now.
Oh,
Lopez on top. Widdoes looking for an armbar. Lopez escapes.
now the roles reversed on this one. We got Lopez on top of Kevin.
Widdoes going now with the high mission control 10th planet style.
And he's just trying to keep him controlled so he doesn't posture up and start striking.
55 seconds left on your OC Fight Docs clock.
Now again, he has to be careful because he can just stand him up and he just look to be stalling. But Lopez is actually picking him up and actually slamming him.
Widdoes trapping the shoulder of Lopez. Could he be looking over for an omoplata? Now looking for a go-go, but not quite locked in.
Ooh, maybe. He has
Very possible.
He has his leg.
That shin
He's putting
looks to be across the
pressure,
chin. Escaped by Lopez.
And again, he's picking up and slamming Widdoes.
Very flexible is the 36-year-old Widdoes.
Very. But you noticed when Lopez kind of picks him up and slaps him, that's when he kind of releases that.
10 seconds left.
Widdoes.
Lopez caught in this mission control.
And most of the fight was on the ground. Great round for both.
Very great round. Now, interesting story here with Widdoes on the bottom. But is there an argument to be made that he was more threatening with those submission attempts than the damage Lopez was doing from the top?
He was actually able to control him more, kind of keep him close to him a little bit more. He was more of a threat, yes. Him being on top, or on the bottom, actually. But both men still look pretty good. Lopez actually looks fresher than Widdoes.
Kevin Widdoes wearing the damage, but we were talking about that youth versus experience, and so far Widdoes showing that experience tonight.
Yes.
This is it, folks. The third and final round in this lightweight bout, coming to you live from Hollywood Park Casino in Englewood, California. Will it be David Lopez in the red corner or Kevin Widdoes in the blue corner? This is SparStar.
And here we go. Touch gloves. This is the last round. 2 minutes.
Widdoes feints the high kick.
You know, Lopez is still bouncing on his feet. Widdoes is a little bit more flat, which shows a little bit more action from Lopez. And here we go.
Widdoes closing the distance.
Widdoes has underhooks, so it makes him difficult to go for those takedowns. Lopez is striking to the ribs.
Position changing back and forth.
Yes. Lopez has Widdoes against the cage, stomping him, actually.
Foot stomp's a bit of a rarity, but always exciting when you see him.
Yes. But you don't remember when you get foot stomped, you actually know that you could actually do them, and you start doing it too.
You can do a lot of damage with those foot stomps.
Oh, yes.
A lot of very small bones in the foot.
And here we go.
Lopez double underhooks. Widdoes switching to the single.
And that underhook is saving him from getting that single leg.
50 seconds remain on the Madhouse fight clock.
And that's a good defense by David Lopez.
MMA Madhouse bringing you the clock in round number 3.
And here we go. Lopez still bouncing on his feet, looking for the jab. Looking for the kick. Just keep distance from him. There you go.
Lopez, body head.
Lopez is still bouncing. Widdoes a little bit flat on his feet.
Widdoes flat. Lopez not taking advantage, though.
No.
10 seconds left.
And here we go. This is the defining moment. Somebody has, and good, ends up in mount. Oh. Good end position by David Lopez, but was it enough to give him that round? Not really that much action in the last third.
Last round, both fighters being a little tentative.
Yes.
No one wanting to give the other man a chance to really put an exclamation point on the fight.
No. And that's the last round, which is the third round, that's when it really counts. That's where you got to show the judges. That's where you got to show pretty much yourself that you're able to finish something.
It's very tough, though, in these 2-minute rounds because you start really going for it. Next thing you know, you're taken down, you're on your back, and you're losing the fight based on position.
Yes. You know, David Lopez was actually able to defend those takedowns really, really good. You know, blocking with his foot. So he wasn't able to get taken down that much.
The foot stomps of David Lopez might come into play in judging this round.
And I've never seen that in amateur. I don't know. That was rare to see.
I feel like I've mostly seen those in pride fights.
Yes. With the soccer kicks.
Oh, the soccer kicks. Oh, the soccer kicks. I still love watching that old video of Jose Aldo jumping over the guy's guard and kicking until the guy taps.
I seen that. Just soccer kicking him.
Just a fear tap.
Yes.
Please stop kicking me. Chasing the cat, these two fighters are. As they await the decision.
Now, as a judge, if a fight was that close, now, do you look at what damage each fighter got?
It's hard to call it by facial damage because some people just wear punches harder than others.
Yeah.
Some people get hit a whole bunch, and you go, didn't you get hit? They go, I guess so, but my face doesn't agree. And some people, a light breeze goes by and they get a big welt.
So it's kind of like weight. Everybody carries a different.
Absolutely. Judges taking their time to render this decision. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, bringing you the live stream, MMA Madhouse and Global Combat Network. And the big sponsor of the evening, taking care of fighters, keeping them healthy, OC Fight Docs.
Again, you guys can hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You guys can follow SparStar on Facebook, like their page, you know, and come out to their events. They put out some great fights, great matchups by Mr. Valenzuela, and good show by Mr. Padilla.
Follow SparStar on Twitter at SparStar Fights. You can follow my co-commentator at Lethal Laura and myself at MMA Comic. Taking a long moment here to find out who will be your victor.
Was it that hard? I guess the judges are taking their time.
Looks like we've got that decision. To find out your victor, let's go inside the cage with Jim Fitzgerald.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, once again, let's give both fighters a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge at ringside, Rafael Davis scores about 29-28 in favor of Lopez. Judge at ringside, Chris Creel scores about 29-28 in favor of Widdoes. And judge at ringside, Dr. Hamilton scores about 29-29, a split draw.
Have any of you there kissed your sisters? Because we all just did. The rare event, a draw between these two
What?
fighters.
I missed that.
David
Really?
Lopez and Kevin Widdoes both add a draw to their records.
Report.com, Jonathan King.